The 4-day week has been in the press a lot lately, with some companies now implementing it for their employees as standard. But the vast majority of companies have not, and are sticking rigidly to the tyranny of the 5-day week.
Very few people stop to think why we work a 5-day week followed by 2 days of blessed freedom, but it affects all our lives.
In this video, we're going to look at how a 5-day working week came about and examine the current drive towards a 4-day week, and why we think that a 4-day working week would be beneficial both to the economy and, more importantly, to you. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Money Unshackled, the investment channel that sets you and your finances free. I'm Andy, this is Ben, and if you like what we say, hit the like button and click subscribe. Also, if you want to support the channel, check out some of the affiliate links in the description below where we've listed loads of cool stuff that will help you become financially free. Let's get into it.
The 7-day week and the emergence of the weekend. 4,000 years ago, the Babylonians named the days of the week after the planets. They thought that there were 7 of them, and this number 7 has filtered down through the millennia to affect all of our working practices today. Then, in biblical times, Sunday became the day allocated to the workers by those in power for rest. Apparently, God rested on the 7th day, and so we all got to as well.
It took over 2,000 years until the 1800s before anything changed. Britons at this time began to use Sundays for gambling and drinking rather than quiet reflection, and as a consequence they were turning up to work late on Mondays. Factory owners decided to give them half a day off on Saturday on the condition that they turned up on time on Monday. We owe the origin of our weekend to these pioneering drunks.
Jewish workers to the rescue. It took decades for Saturdays to turn from half a day's rest into a full day's rest, and this only came about thanks to Jewish factory workers whose holy day is a Saturday, who wanted equal rights with the Christians. In 1908, the 2-day weekend was born.
It's now been over 100 years and we're still slaving away for 5 days a week. There's now nothing that can be done about the week lasting 7 days. It's so ingrained into our culture. But within those boundaries, we would reform the working week so that it was 4 days on and 3 days off, and here's why.
Number 1. Productivity. Many companies have now trialled out a 4-day week and have found no harm done to the output of staff as compared to a 5-day week. In fact, in one trial, the New Zealand company Perpetual Guardian saw productivity actually increased by 24% because staff were happier and more motivated. Stress levels were seen to be down by 7% and overall life satisfaction was up 5%.
Number 2, the economy would adapt. If productivity is unchanged or even enhanced by working less, then it is reasonable to keep people's weekly wages the same on 4 days as it would be on 5. People would demand no less.
If a law were passed enforcing a 4-day week, we would expect productivity to go up, wages to flatline or go up, and spending in the economy to increase as people had longer weekends. This would raise more VAT tax receipts for the government and more taxable profits for businesses would result, meaning that more money would be ploughed back into the economy.
The dawn of smart technologies and automation helped the economy to adapt. The tractor freed the plough hand from the fields, and artificial intelligence will further reduce the need for human input.
Number 3. Non-work productivity. Working for your boss isn't everything, you know. When I started out building my property business, it took up a lot of my time. To help me in my goals, I chose to reduce my working hours to a 4-day week. I gained 50% freedom by the extra day off at a weekend, and I only lost around 10% of my take-home pay thanks to our tax system. Even with this pay cut, I was able to make more money in that 1 day managing my property portfolio than I ever could from working a job. If the country adopted a 4-day working week for all, then more people would have the opportunity to set up side ventures like this without taking a pay cut and would be able to get financially free.
Given more free time, we would expect a sharp rise in the number of business startups, putting new investments into the economy, higher tax revenues for the country, and lots of more products and services for everyone to enjoy.
Number 4. Mental health epidemic. It seems everybody has a mental health issue these days. More and more people are reporting that they are overstressed and overworked, which can lead to depression. In the modern economy, even those with degrees find themselves being paid a pittance, and have to have side hustles that they work on in the evening simply in order to survive.
Relieving the pressure on these people by enforcing a forward-thinking 4-day work week on companies would win a lot of votes for the governing party who implemented it.
Let's hope there's some politicians watching.
Question of the day. Will you wait until the 4-day work week is implemented, or will you take things into your own hands and go part-time right now? Let us know in the comments section. Thanks for watching! On this channel we talk a lot about personal finance, investing and all things money. And if you want to see more great content, please click the subscribe button below.
This is Money Unshackled. See you next time.